Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'd like to talk about collaboration in our industry and its use as a tool to try and work towards maximum economic recovery. So I'm sure we're all aware of the previous situation, the current situation. Just bear with me while I introduce a bit of background here. So turbulent times have brought change to financial metrics in our industry. The increased cost of extracting hydrocarbons has outpaced the volatile commodity price, and a lack of preparation in good times has left us in an exposed position during periods of uncertainty. So where has this actually left us? Well, I'd like to introduce this graph here, which shows you production efficiency in the UK continental shelf, and I'd like you to pay attention to the period up to 2012. So in 2012, a turning point was reached after production efficiency experienced a downward spiral from 76% in 2008 to 60% in 2012. From this figure, it's clear to see that during this period, the industry has not made best use of its resources, and a change of attitude is required. In an ever-changing energy market, better resilience is required going forward, possibly through a completely different approach to our business practice. So as of 2013, 41 billion barrels of oil and gas have been produced from the UK continental shelf, with a possible 20 plus billion or more still to be produced. Following the downward trend between 2008 and 2012, the Secretary of State for Energy and Climate Change called for a review of economic recovery in the UK continental shelf. The Maximising Economic Recovery Review, or the Wood Review, was published in February 2014 in response. The Wood Review provides guidance on the requirements for maximum economic recovery, and it recognises that collaboration is a key factor in tackling the current and future systemic challenges of complexity and inefficiency in our industry. So what is collaboration? Well, by definition, collaboration occurs when two or more people or organisations work together to realise a goal. Collaboration is the ability to share ideas and thoughts openly and come up with a combined solution to a particular problem. Collaboration is similar to cooperation, but where cooperation usually involves working with someone in the sense of enabling them, usually by providing information or resources that they wouldn't already have. Collaboration is actually sitting down alongside somebody to work towards a common goal together. Collaboration is a coordinated activity which is the result of a continued attempt to construct and of a problem. Ultimately, collaboration is hard because it means giving up control to other people. So why is collaboration so important to us? Well, we know that teams that work collaboratively can obtain greater resources, recognition and reward when facing competition for finite resources. Our industry is full of expertise and experience. We're surrounded by people with different perspectives and standpoints. If we can tap into this and have an easier time of understanding each other's position, we can work more effectively towards a common goal. So, is collaboration already working? Well, collaboration isn't a new concept. The potential benefits of collaboration, both within and outside our industry, have been known for a long time. The Upstream Supply Chain Collaboration Survey has been published yearly since publication of the Wood Review in 2014, and this examines collaborative behaviour in our industry. And in the most recent iteration, published December 2017, it's shown near universal awareness of the benefits of collaboration and the fact that it is going on in our industry. Added to this, although there are many factors which influence production efficiency, the production efficiency figure is back to 73% as of 2016. So if we and our predecessors are aware of collaboration and its benefits, why isn't it delivering more? Well, there are a number of key barriers to collaboration which require to be overcome, and I want to have a look at one in particular. So one key barrier to collaboration is the social dilemma, which is an impact on our ability to build trust required to harvest collaboration. So the social dilemma is a situation which an individual profits from selfishness unless everybody chooses the selfish option, in which case everybody loses. This is perhaps better explained through an example, and the example I'm going to give you is a BBC daytime TV show, which I'm sure you'll have all seen before, and this is called Golden Balls. So in Golden Balls, it's a game where two players compete in a game, so there's two stages to it. The first stage, they need to work together to come up with a shared prize. And then in the second stage, they're asked to either split or steal, knowing that the decision that they make is going to have an impact on their ability to walk away with more and the other player's ability to walk away with more or less. So this can be called a prisoner's game, and there's three possible outcomes of it. So the first outcome is where both players split and collaborate with each other. And in this case, the prize money is shared equally between them. The next outcome is where one player splits and tries to collaborate, and the other player steals or defects and walks away with the full prize, leaving the player who tried to collaborate with nothing. The third outcome is where both players steal and everybody walks away with nothing. So I think this idea is something that we can relate to, the way that we have been operating in our businesses. And the challenge is, for collaboration to be as effective as possible, we need to make it less attractive for an individual or an organisation to defect and more attractive to collaborate. So how do we try and get round the challenge of the social dilemma? Well, ultimately it will always exist. This idea has been studied since the Cold War era, and there's no easy answer to it. Ultimately, we need to make it easier to align goals with each other. We need to improve transparency and build trust to promote collaborative behaviour, because this will ultimately reduce the risk of team members taking the option to defect. So I've already briefly mentioned the Supply Chain Collaboration Survey. This is published by Deloitte in Oil and Gas UK, and it recognises the importance of what they call hero behaviour. A hero or heroes are a limited number of individuals with trusted relationships, ensuring that projects are beneficial for all parties and who are proactive in finding opportunities to collaborate. So, has our method of business practice and integrity hindered our ability to collaborate previously? Well, in a standard integrity management structure, where an operator has to achieve a goal and has to rely on information or services provided by expert contractors, you could say that this has become somewhat a kind of service demander and service supplier type market, where performance improvements are generally driven through supply chain cost squeezing. Because of this, the potential improvement or optimization opportunity from within the supply chain may have been stifled. So how do we try and implement collaborative practice in integrity management? Well, what we can do is form what's called joint efficiency teams, where all units within the business are able to collaborate better to achieve better results. So the idea of a joint efficiency team is that aligned goals are set and transparency and communication is such that trust can be built and maintained, allowing enhancements in efficiency and performance. A joint efficiency team must be led and made up by heroes who will look for opportunities for each member to collaborate while launching the implementation of actions necessary for performance improvements. In this model, we aim to drive performance improvements through empowering the supply chain, and because of this, there is better scope to define potential opportunities for each member within the team. So what is our target? How can we try and apply this, and why should we try and apply it? This graph shows production losses between 2011 and 2016 and ties into the production efficiency graph I showed you earlier on. So there's 4 key areas for improvement in order to achieve maximum economic recovery. The one we are interested in is plant losses. So we are particularly interested in the marginal gains that we can make through collaboration to try and squeeze in these yellow bars that you can see on the graph. So what results can a joint efficiency team produce in comparison to a standard integrity management structure? Well, the idea is that a joint efficiency team has combined expertise and experience to offer best practice solutions. It may be the case that better requested solutions are available within the supply chain. A joint efficiency team has established information channels. If information relevant to a problem exists in any one organisation, it can be shared more freely to allow for better decision making. Ultimately, if we can successfully implement a joint efficiency team, we can work together towards a goal more effectively while creating better incentive and value sharing opportunities for each party. So just on a final note, I've largely covered collaboration at the organisation level in this presentation, but collaboration at the organisation level is reliant on the efforts of the individual within the organisation. Continuous, consistent personal commitment and effort is required from you to be as effective as possible in collaboration. Are you playing your part? Thank you.